Good morning, guys. Okay, cool. So I'm going to give a trivia for you guys to spell my name. Um, it's called Lakshmi Narayanan Govinda Swami Tulasidaran. If you can pronounce my name, and I'm going to give a gift card to you guys. I go by LG. Life is good. First of all, thank you for being here, and it's a great organization to be participate in. I think I'm sure that this is a productive conference for you guys. I was really surprised to see that there are people across the world who have traveled for this conference. I'm really surprised. I do a lot of shows in the last year, almost 25 shows, but this is the show I saw people from Spain, from Portugal, from Brazil, from Canada, from India. I'm really kind of intrigued by the people who want to be part of this community. Just to give a quick background about Summit Technology. First of all, we are a proud sponsor of this. We're a diamond sponsor. I think the second year we're doing this. And we want to continue this further. Just to give a quick background, Summit Technology is a 15-year-old company. We work with financial institutions and non-financial institutions, help them modernize their platforms and solutions like cloud engineering, cloud modernization. In a simple, we help them from closet to cloud. And then in the last 3 years, as you know, when the pandemic hit, when the US government wants to give the money to the people in this country, and also there are a lot of restaurants who want the money, so government has to put a platform together. We are the one who built the platform for the whole country. Last year, I think we're given more than $30 billion in money through our platform. This is a one of a kind, and we built a platform in Python and Django, and we have hosted in AWS. So that's why we're here, because we built the platform, and definitely Dave will talk about how we built it, what kind of challenges we faced, and why we're here. And thank you. I know you're going to win Oculus. We did a challenged last 2 days about the best coding thing. So at the end of it, we'll announce the winner.
As LG said, we're from Summit Technology. We use Django extensively in our. All right, perfect. We use Django as our primary platform. So really, we're here because of Django. I mean, for all your guys' hard work to build Django, we really could not have built our platforms without it. So as LG said, one of the platforms we did last year was the Restaurant Revitalization Fund for the SBA. It was a $28.6 billion fund authorized by Congress. It's basically free money for restaurants. There's more than 660,000 restaurants in the U.S. We had about 21 days to implement it. I don't know any other. I've used other platforms, Java Spring, some others that. You know, there's no way in any other platform that we could have built this program. At the time, we had 7 backend developers, 3 UI developers. We were a small company, and so some of the basic considerations that we had to put together was, you know, aside from just bringing up a platform, there's so many complexities. Multi-factor authentication, we had password history, we had a really complex application that was part of this process that restaurants had to come fill out. Internationalization, we had to support English and Spanish language. We had APIs that Square and Toast actually had available to upload their information, so they were also parallel building kind of a platform to fill out these applications for their users and integrate back to us to report that information to the SBA. We had several third-party integrations, including Twilio, who's here, DocuSign, Plaid. We'd integrate with the IRS, which actually was kind of like more of an analog integration because they required us to like fax some information over. And all this is going on right in the middle of tax season, so I'm sure they were flooded with stuff. Then we had an integration with the SBA's platform, which is called eTran, that kind of accepts that information, builds the grant. In this case, usually it's used for their loan programs. But we had to account for massive fraud because, I mean, you got $30 billion and everybody wants it's free money, so everybody wants it, right? So we have to make sure, how do you keep out unwanted people? They had a whole review process that had to be built to kind of review the documentation and make sure there was no fraud. We had to prioritize applications. There was a mandate in the law that veterans and women and other sorry, I'm losing the words right now. Other, other disadvantaged groups had priority to the money, and then we realized early on that some things are going to go wrong. We're going to have to disable some functionality on the fly. So we built that in, and then just performance. Like I said, there were 660,000 restaurants in the U.S. There's never really been a program like this. How many users are we going to get? So this is kind of talking about that disadvantaged, the women's veterans, disadvantaged individuals that had priority. I took this screenshot off the SBA website. So there's a priority period, days 1 through 21, where those groups had priority to the money, and then after that, any other applications that were out there would have access to the money. So can anybody guess how long the $30 billion lasted? 30 minutes. So within 30 minutes, we had allocated all over $30 billion. Like I said, it was actually 28.6 that was available. We had to continue to accept applications for, it was at least the next week, but if you weren't in that first 30 minutes, you basically were probably not going to get any money. So within 10 minutes, we had 200,000 users logged into the system, filling out applications. And like I said, within 30 minutes, that money has been allocated. So on top of that, just as part of our mission, we like to build open source products. We open source a lot of our work. We contribute to other projects like Django tenants. We've got some PRs out for REST framework and one more. I can't think of it right this second. But as part of our Oculus giveaway, Ed Rivas, you're the winner. Are you in here, Ed? Yeah, Ed's right here. Yeah, come up here and get your picture, Ed. And thank you for everybody that had time to, I know it was like, you're here to have fun, so thank you for taking time to do the, and the other people that had submissions, if you would, we have some water bottles for you at our table. So if you'll come by and pick one up, we'll be glad to give it to you. Also, we're hiring, so if you're a Django developer or a front-end developer, we use Vue pretty heavily on the front end, and Django is most of our back end. So if you're looking for a job, we'd be glad to talk to you. All right, thank you.